With the encompassing laser series line here at SIKORA, you will always be able to find the suitable device for your production line. And now I'm going to speak to the area sales manager, Mr. Aguinaldo Ramalho, who can share some more insights of this powerful product. Hello, Aguinaldo. Good morning. Nice to have you on stage.
Hello, where you are. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How about you?
Also.
That's good to hear. Aguinaldo, could you tell us a little bit about your responsibility as an area sales manager? What does it cover?
Yeah, I'm working at SIKORA as an international sales manager, and here responsible in the Nordic countries and also in Spain and Portugal.
Mm-hmm. And you are also an expert for our laser series, I guess. That's why we have you here now on stage. And I think we can see that the laser series are coming in a lot of different sizes in the brochures.
Yeah.
So what is the application scope of so many devices?
The laser series came always into application in the wire and cable industry. If customer wants to measure online outer dimensions, mainly on round products, and there are different possibilities to benefit from these measured values, starting from the wire drawing process over the stranding process, and also in the different steps of the extrusion. It's important, but also later on sheeting lines, it becomes very important measurable values.
I think the name suggests laser series, that the underlying technology is obviously laser, but this is not a new technology, right? So is SIKORA offering anything different or special? What's the unique point here?
That's right. The laser technology itself, so meaning using a laser diode as a light source and camera sensors to measure the measured values or the measured shadows are not that unique. But our diffraction analysis does. So here it becomes our special usage of it.
Anything else that's special? What about any calculations that you do afterwards with the photos or the?
Our measurable principle with the diffraction analysis. So we are taking a picture with every measurement we are taking with our laser diode and certain picture, and this picture has a certain diffraction, and we are analyzing this diffraction pattern then individually.
Okay, so what are the advantages of doing such an analysis? Give some more detail.
We have to consider that we have this shadow, or let me say every shadow has a certain diffuse pattern. And unfortunately, if we measure it, it will not recognize the real value, the real outside value. So but in this shadow, we have a certain information which is correlating with the real outer dimension of the product. And we are analyzing this with the mathematical sketching curve analysis.
Okay.
So this is our principle.
Yes, it sounds really interesting, but do we maybe have a real product here? I think it could be easier to understand,
of course,
functionality.
Let's went over. I would like to show you this. Here we actually provided or prepared this picture. This image is actually what the laser device is measuring. So in this curve, there are the informations of the outside dimensions of the product. So we analyze this curve and calculate the real edges of the product.
Okay. And are there any other advantages besides this very special analyzing method, which gets really accurate values?
Correct.
What about the product itself? any special technical aspects to mention here?
Yeah, one of the biggest advantages is definitely that we are measuring or taking the pictures. We call it just a picture, and we are analyzing both sides in parallel. So any oscillating of the product will not have any influence on the accuracy of the measurements. But also, due to this, we do not have any movable parts inside this device.
Okay.
So any sources of failures and stuff will be eliminated. Yeah, that's just to mention a few of these positive aspects.
Okay, only a few. So what are the other aspects? I mean, we are very happy to hear more advantages if you have further points to mention. So we have, maybe to sum it up, you have this the calculation method for the diffusion pattern. This results in more accurate value. It's not affected by oscillating.
Correct.
You don't have movable parts.
Yeah.
So therefore, I guess it's also easy in maintenance and maybe cleaning processes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the
else?
point is, due to this not movable parts, we do not need any further calibration. So this continuous calibration will also disappear by using this technology. So it's also a benefit for the operator or the customer, which do not need a constant calibration of the device. So once we deliver it, it can be used for lifetime, and immediately, of course.
Immediately.
Also.
Yeah, that sounds good. And what about like the investment attractiveness?
Yeah.
So I have a business background. I always like to mention. So when will I get my investment back? Or what's the financial advantage here?
The point is, it depends a little bit, of course, on how the customer is producing it right now. So with this kind of devices, with the accuracy, you are coming also down with your tolerances. Let me say, you are coming really to the minimum tolerances. So you will save their
lot of costs.
Production time, save material, raw materials, and so on.
Yeah, so increase the efficiency, reduce the cost. That's always a good thing to have.
Correct.
As a producer. So how can I know whether it fits my line? So what's the measurement range for the cables that the product is fitting?
This type of measurement principle allows us to provide a quite wide range of products. So starting with the laser 2005 on 15 microns and going up for the biggest size of 500 millimeters in outer diameter for our laser 2500.
Oh, that's quite huge. I think this one over
Correct.
here.
Correct. This is our biggest product here in the laser family, our laser 2500 XY, which is actually the biggest available two-axis measurement system on the market.
On the market?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, so, that's a huge one.
Yeah, in the wire and cable industry, it's mainly for bigger so-called umbilical cables. What we see here, special applications for this type of cables.
Yeah. So it's for the energy market, or what?
Exactly. It's for the energy market. Undersea market. It's not only, let me say, that it's an energy cable. It has also some certain specific reinforcement. Sometimes there are also data lines inside. Sometimes even water cooling pipes and stuff. So it's a very complex product. So not many companies are able to offer that, manufacture them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but SIKORA does. I'm not surprised after yesterday.
Exactly, At least we are doing the measurement devices. Therefore, that's correct.
Yes. Yeah. Great. And also yesterday we already saw several times the ECOCONTROL. I think this is also very powerful for visualization of everything that you are measuring, right?
Exactly. So our ECOCONTROL, in this case, it's the ECOCONTROL 1000. It's an very powerful, as you mentioned, device which helps the operator in his day-by-day job. So he will benefit not only from the displayed dimension with the bright display, but also other additional information can be displayed depending on his needs. So and also is taking some control purposes, Also, therefore, it's quite beneficial. And also, some control functions can also be provided with these kind of control system. Yeah.
But is it an optional thing, or is it always in combination with the devices?
No, actually, all the laser devices are providing all the analyzers inside the device.
Yes.
So they're usable as a standalone device at any place of the line.
Okay.
So the customer do not need any control system from our side. So he can use the standard interfaces and then transmit this information to his line PC, whatever he needs.
So there's a convenience offering, right?
Exactly. It's just
helpful.
It's powerful. He has an additional benefit out of it. So even for documentation purposes, which is more and more important for the customers to have a documentation on what they are producing actually. So,
yes. Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a great tool. But now maybe coming back again to another point you mentioned before, you said once it's installed, it will run forever. So now I want to challenge a little bit.
Oh.
Do you have any numbers for me? Like how long does it run? What is the failure rate or anything?
We have an MTBF of close to 19 years for our laser devices.
What's the MTBF?
MTBF stands for meantime between failures.
Okay.
So if we sum up all the operation hours from all already delivered laser devices and divide it with the number of sold devices, we are coming close to 19 years of perfect functionality without any issues, let me say, or any problems.
19 years.
19 years, yeah.
I mean, this is a really impressive number.
Yeah.
So if you are a service guy at SIKORA, it must be really tiring because you are most of the time jobless, right?
No. The good thing is they have also other jobs to manage or to do.
Yeah.
So it's not only repairing a few of those laser devices. That's a positive thing.
Yes, it's absolutely true. I mean, it was just a small joke because yesterday we already heard from your colleague, about a refurbishment offering, and later on we will also have more information about maintenance and calibration. So no need to worry for the service guys at SIKORA as well. Everyone has its job, and that's a good thing. So thanks a lot, Aguinaldo, for this moment. We are not fully done yet. We still have a Q&A session. Okay. So let's see what the customers are interested into deeping a little bit deeper.
Perfect. Looking forward.
Let's move over. Thanks. For everyone who has just joined us, you are currently watching our Day 2 live program, and we are now in the Q&A session with the expert of the laser series, Aguinaldo Ramanho. So welcome again, and I would say let's start right away for the customers' questions. And you still have the chance to send in if something is unclear. Just use the comment function, type in your question, and Aguinaldo is very happy to answer everything. Great. Let's start. The first question. What is the accuracy of the device?
Very important question, definitely, for the reliability of our devices. Also a complicated question because we are starting, for instance, with this laser 2005 with an accuracy of 0.25 microns. And going up, let me say, depending on the device and the application, going up to 15 microns for the laser 2500 XY.
So are you the only one who can offer such a accuracy, or something unique?
I guess on the lower size and also on the bigger sizes, because even the bigger sizes are not, let me say, that common. Yeah. So
we saw that before, right? The big machine. So you mentioned that's the biggest on the market. Yeah.
Correct. The biggest on the market with 2 axes and so on. So this accuracy is quite unique, honestly speaking. Yeah.
And also the broad range that you're covering.
That's right. So and also the compact housing. It's also a very beneficial issue because in such factories, even if they are big, they have limited space, even so.
Yes,
so space is an issue.
Yeah, great. Sounds good to me. The next question, I think this is an interesting one because all the SIKORA products, they are not only technically very first class, but also they look actually pretty beautiful and like high-end devices. So that's probably leading to the second question. So does this devices really also work in harsh environments with dust or water? Because you always think like, oh, I don't want to hurt these beautiful machines. Yes.
Actually, this usage in these factories is a really rough environment, besides the laser 2005 and 2010, we're offering always a so-called upside-down opening. So even the design, let me say, is protecting the device himself.
Okay.
So let me say, by dropping water from the product, but even some water tubes are dropping water or dust is falling down. It's, let me say, not affecting the device, and because it's not able to enter to the device. So this is one of the advantages of it. And also we are providing optional and so-called air rinsing system. So we apply with a certain overpressure inside the device and blowing out all appearing dust or any other kind of dirt. So to keep the device as clean as possible, of course.
Yes, that is really convenient. All the products are really thought through to also keep maintenance and also wide production to keep everything simple and automated as easy as possible.
It's always designed, let me say, to meet the demand of the customer and to facilitate their job.
Yeah, great. That's really a huge advantage for all the SIKORA products. I think the next one maybe goes to a similar direction. So what if the product is vibrating? Based on my experience, this wouldn't be a problem, but maybe Aguinaldo, a more qualified answer.
As mentioned, that this advantage that we are taking the picture and analyzing both edges in parallel, it avoids avoids any failures in terms of calculation or measurement, and also our exposure time from 0.2 microseconds. So it's faster than any vibration which the product may have. So there is no reason to worry about that and vibrating will, let me say, affect the accuracy of our measurement.
But could you explain this point a little bit more in detail? So you are measuring both sides. So why is this now helping to avoid the vibration issue?
Yes, let me say, this we need to compare a little bit the measurement principle. As told, we are doing this diffraction analysis, so measuring the shadow but analyzing the shadow. So taking out of this picture, this diffraction pattern, the information of the real outer dimension of the product. Others are coming with a scanning of the product, so they are looking from one side to the other one and measuring the resulting shadows. So. And of course, if you are scanning something, you have a delay on time. This delay can affect your result, your measuring result, and the accuracy, of course. Correct.
Okay, got it now. Thank you. Thanks so much. Let's move on. We still have a few questions to go. What is the difference between LAMP 2000 and Laser 2000? Functions and their theory of work. Wow, there's someone who has a technical background then.
who wants to know it, yeah?
Yes.
That's good,
that's good.
The point is, the LAMP, it's really to measuring the surface inspection, the surface quality, let me say. It's measuring with an LED, so there we are really measuring and checking the shadow of the product with a much higher frequency. We are here over 100,000 measurements per second, and very accurate here. So this is a big difference. And the laser, is using a laser as a light source, and this is
And it's mainly for the diameter,
and
right?
Yeah. Measuring the diameters, correct.
Yes.
Even if we provide here also an optional lump inspection,
Okay.
but we are using here the deviation. We are measuring the deviation on the diameter. Slightly deviations on the diameter, let me say.
Okay, yes. So due to our time limitation, it's going to be our last question now. If a device has an MTBF of 19 years, we have heard that before, really impressive, can we understand what is common failure of parts? So what are the common parts of failure and whether it can be changed by your team?
The common failure, maybe this is a better question to the service department, honestly speaking, but let me say, there are also electronic parts. There are parts in it which, over the time, of course, they're still in a harsh environment. Even if we are, let me say, design them as best as we can, they're affected by humidity, by temperature changes, by even mechanical defects and stuff. So. Mainly, there is some PLCs which can break, and we can easily replace them in our shop, and afterwards making the calibration, and then it's again ready to run.
Yes. Yeah. And a really good comment. I will ask Jörg later on, so he already has his first question for his Q&A. And I think it's also not accurate to talk about common failure parts if you are having an MTBF of 19 years. So we will have the answer later, so stay with us, dear customers, if you want to know the answer more specifically. And now for this moment, Aguinaldo, you are done. You are done. Thanks so much for providing this helpful insights, and enjoy the show from the backstage now.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Yeah, dear visitors, unfortunately we were not able to cover all your questions here on stage, but don't worry, as yesterday, please leave your email contact or your phone contact, and the SIKORA customer will reach out to you as soon as possible and clarify all of your concerns. Next, we will have a very special element of our show, which I really enjoy. It's the OEM expert panel. And for this part, I will again have the support of Mr. Harry Pronk.